People have been saying for a long time now that the Doberman is the 5th most intelligent dog breed in the world, but that was just according to one certain study. Look, not many people know this, but there are actually 2 other studies that were done in the 80s. One of them, called the Hart and Hart study, said that the Dobermans were the most intelligent dog breed in the world. And there was another one called the Tortora study that said that the Doberman was actually ranked as the #1 most trainable dog breed in the world. So if we're asking ourselves what the most elite dogs in the world are capable of learning, using the Doberman to answer this question kind of makes a lot of sense. Case in point, Atlas, a 2-year-old Doberman who not only knows American Sign Language, but he's also been trained to communicate with his owner verbally through the use of electronic talking buttons. And he's even been trained to take a defensive posture if need be. All this by a regular owner who has basically 0 experience training dogs. Really all that his owner James had was a desire to see how far he could push the boundaries of what a Doberman's mind was capable of. And I think he's proven that the sky's the limit. So let's get his owner James on the phone and let's find out what his Doberman can actually do. James, thank you so much for meeting up with me, man, to talk about Atlas. I told everybody a little bit about what Atlas can do, but I gotta know, first of all, you haven't trained before, like officially, you haven't, you've never done this. What you've done to Atlas, which is just blows my mind, by the way, you've never done this before, is that correct? This is the first time you've done this?
Correct.
And how, just if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 33.
You haven't been doing this for 40 years. You're not, this is what blows my mind. And this is why I wanted you on the channel, because you're a regular guy like the rest of us, and you've managed to do this amazing stuff with Atlas. Let me jump into this sign language thing. This blows my mind. Yeah. So why American Sign Language? Why ASL with Atlas?
So when I was in college, I learned ASL, and I didn't learn it very well. I learned it to an extent. I understood that if I extenuated the communication and intelligence, I could probably get some really fancy things out of him. So I was using positive rewarding system, the clicker, the treats, to train a lot of these sign commands.
Okay.
And they are ASL, and sometimes they are purely ASL, and sometimes they are altered. So like if it's pure ASL, boom, that means jump. But then if I'm altering it, so like this or this is like go to bed, right?
Okay, yeah.
But I don't do that. I do this. And that's because this is B in sign, and then this is D. So I'm like bed. And then he'll just go to bed instead of just doing that. So I do alter the things.
I was looking at some of your footage you sent me. It was pretty awesome. So you're able to just sit there and control him very well just with hand signals and doing ASL alone, right?
Correct.
And I mean,
very well.
Like even from a distance, it looked like.
Yeah. He does his placement training. Okay. So from large distances, and I can do recall from any distance and any situation as well.
I saw you had some defense commands. I saw some videos of it that you sent me. Tell me about that.
So the defense command is in sign language. It would be "I love you," and it's not a command to attack. It's a command to get under my legs. And then when he's under my legs, we can move and do all kinds of turns and all of that stuff. And then I've actually combined that with boxing.
Oh, nice. And it looked like he enjoyed it from the footage I saw.
Oh, he loves it.
Do you think if he was in the defense stance that from your commands that you gave him, do you think that he would protect you if something happened?
Yes, if I really needed it, or if he knew that it was no other way. And a lot of it is because of love, because like he really loves me. I was been there for him since, he was 9 weeks old.
Do you think it's instinctual?
Every single day. It's purely instinctual.
Yeah.
For these breeds and these animals, you don't really have to do bite training.
Yeah.
They will protect you. What I see happening with my dog Atlas is that the bond becoming really strong will have him react perfectly in any situation.
Well, you had told me kind of before, like earlier when we had first talked, you said that you really want to push the limits of your Doberman. And
I did.
Do you think that, just to see what he's capable of, do you think the visual cues helped with that, helped push those limits?
It was pure synergy. It helped him with the vocal commands as well. And I realized the more types of training and communications that I did, the better off he was in other aspects. For example, My sign language helped him with his voice commands. And then when I did the buttons, it helped with everything.
I did see some of that. That was amazing too. What do you use those buttons for? Is it just for interacting with you in another manner?
It's actually for cognitive function. So I do numbers and letters and have him go from like 1 to 10, and like he has to go in a certain order.
And he can maintain the order 1 through
yes.
10 by pushing the correct buttons in a certain order?
Correct. It's slow, and sometimes he doesn't get it right, but the more we practice it, the better he gets.
Did that blow your mind when I mean, I know you told me that you were just trying to see what was possible. Did it blow your mind, some of the stuff that he could do?
He still blows my mind because he's only getting smarter and smarter and smarter. And I'm sort of like, I need to keep up with him and start doing a lot more stuff because he is very, 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 very intelligent.
Tell me about him in public. You take him out in public a lot and he doesn't have a leash on, or what?
Correct. So when we go to the mall, I would take him off leash. Now, I've seen on like videos where people do that and the dog trails behind them. Yeah, they know to ignore other animals and all that stuff, but it makes people uneasy because you have that distance between person and the dog. So it's a huge perimeter or boundary where people feel like I don't want to get too close.
Yeah.
So shortening that boundary. So for an off leash in public is exactly what I do. He does not trail behind me. He does not go far. He is at my waist. And he knows to do that when we're in public and he's off leash.
You could be walking through a mall with him off leash and he is stuck right to your side. And I mean, and if you had to, you can do fine controls with just hand signals, correct?
Yeah, in public, because we trained in public how to do all that. And yeah, we got attention for sure. It was just like,
I would imagine
never
so.
seen it before.
I was looking at the long list of commands that he can do. It's pretty impressive. He could turn lights on and off.
Yeah, so that's this. It's a lot. We've done a lot.
Gentle, he knows side, there's so many that he knows that just is impressive. Did I see him also pulling you on a bike down the street?
Well, we ride together. We've been doing that a lot. He knows left, right, stop. He knows all these commands.
So you can call out directions when you're riding. He knows which way to turn.
Yes,
it's amazing to me.
Yeah, I mean, but we trained that, and then so we trained that with a positive rewarding system. That was the clicker and the rewarding system, the treats. He's a working dog, right? Dobermans are working animals, so they genuinely want to please the owner. That's what I'm seeing. And maybe some Dobermans are different than others. They all have their own personalities, but I saw that in this breed specifically because my dad has a Doberman too, is that they're very, very, very high on wanting to do the correct behavior or motion or like whatever you're trying to get. So they want the click.
Right.
They want to know they're doing a good job. They want to know they did the right thing. That drive to really want to do something like that was so much easier. One of the most important things for anyone learning is the drive to want to do it.
Yeah.
If you really want to do it, if you really want to learn it, you're going to learn it.
Did you build the drive somehow, or did he just naturally have it?
He always wanted to do it. Okay. He always likes training. He likes being around me. I mean,
that was just natural to him.
It's natural. They just want to do the right thing. They want to get that reward. They want to know, okay, I did it. They want that.
Right. Yeah. Your story is just, it's so impressive to me. Like, you wanted to see what he was capable of, and he continued to astonish you all the way through. It blows my mind.
He still does. And he always will, because he's always going to keep learning. We're going to keep doing more stuff. There's so many more things to do. I mean, there's scent training. There's agility training that I want to start getting done with him. I want to do it all.
Obviously, you've really hit on something that's resonated with him. Guys, you're really not going to want to miss what James tells us next. But first, I wanted to mention the sponsor of this video. Look, Dobermans like Atlas, they remind us why we really love this breed. It's their intelligence, their drive, their focus, their bond. It's all truly unmatched. But did you know that a dog's brain power and focus can be directly influenced by what they eat? Just like with us, what goes into their bodies fuels their ability to learn, to react, and to perform. That's why I recommend Ollie quite frequently on this channel, because honestly, they're fresh, human-grade meals They're absolutely insane, and research has shown that a balanced, high-quality diet really does support cognitive function and sharper focus. Imagine the potential of your Doberman when they're fueled by real ingredients like fresh meats, fresh vegetables, and healthy oils, not just processed kibble. An elite dog like a Doberman really needs the right nutrition to stay sharp, and Ollie provides that edge, and it can really help fuel all of this. You have an elite dog, a Doberman, so give them an elite fuel. Their diet, trust me, is not a place that you want to skimp. So join this movement of all us Doberman owners who are now discovering what a difference a Doberman custom meal plan from Ollie can make. Click the link down below in the description and you can get 60% off your very first box with Ollie with that coupon code. Just use it right down there and you start unlocking your Doberman's full potential. And who knows, sky's the limit, right? Maybe I'll be interviewing you next time on this channel. James, what would you say to somebody else out there who has no experience training a dog, but has a Doberman and is really excited about your story and wants to start, hey, maybe I can push the limits with my dog and see what he's capable of? What would you say to them?
Don't let anybody tell you that you can't. I knew that this breed can do all this stuff, and this is just, you know, all my footage and all that is evident that they can do it. So just do it. Don't let anybody say that you can't. You know, just do it.
Do you think it would have been the same with another breed?
I think as far as protection and intelligence and agility and strength, no. I think that he has the best of everything. It's a remarkable breed for so many reasons.
Guys, if you know an amazing Doberman like this, let us know in the comments down below. Let's hear about some of your stories of these impressive Dobermans and what they're really capable of. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe before you take off to keep not only learning about this amazing breed, but also getting free hands-on training videos right here with our new Dobie Masters series here at Doberman Planet. So hit that like button, by the way, also while you're down there, if you love the Doberman breed. And let's show YouTube how many proud Doberman fans there are out there. See you guys next Sunday.